Okay, alright, there we go. So, I was just browsing YouTube, watching some trailers, trying to consume some media. And I got to this video, and I just clicked on it for a half a second, and I looked at the dislikes, and I said, yo, these are some crazy fucking dislikes. Well, what's going on here? Like, what is so bad about this trailer? So I went through the video, I was watching it. I was looking to see if there's, like, any signs of, like, ISIS, maybe. Maybe they had, like, an ISIS reference in here. Maybe there was like footage from 9/11 that people thought it was inappropriate to put it in the Little Mermaid trailer. But no, what ended up being the big red herring for over 500,000 dislikes is the fact that when you get towards the end of this, you see the Little Mermaid in her full figure, her full face, and there's a little bit too much melanin. There's a little bit too much melanin, a little too black. Now, the Little Mermaid, that was a cartoon, that was a fictional talking fish. She was white. And this talking fish is black, so we're going to have to drop 600K dislikes. Now listen, this is an ongoing issue. This is an ongoing debate. And my question is, this is a serious question, is this racism or is this autism? Because I'm thinking that there's probably like a small percent of people who don't like the casting or don't like the direction for legitimate reasons. Like, oh, it should have been this person. Oh, it should have been that reason. Maybe those people, they number in maybe 3 to 4. 3 to 4 people, right? Then I would say, I'd say 48% of people are racist and 52% of people are just autistic. Because, dude, there's people who are like Star Wars fans, Star Trek fans. Like, if the casting is not perfect, if someone has a follicle missing from the cartoon or the comic book or whatever it is, they get triggered. They get salty. So I don't know if this is autism or racism. And not only does this become difficult, not only does this become hard to figure out, because I'm watching this going like, is this going to be ass? Do people hate it because they're autistic or racist? And you add another level to this, is that this has been something that's been kind of talked about lately, like with the whole Game of Thrones reveal, with House of the Dragon. People were talking a little bit because one of the characters is black. But really, the big one, the gigantic one, where people really are up in arms and are salty, and there's definitely a racist element, is Lord of the Rings. Now, Lord of the Rings, in general, people have been like suspicious of it being a little bit racist because all the enemies are black and all the good people are white. Now, when I say some people, I mean my 12th grade math teacher. He told me he was black. He's like, yo, listen, Lord of the Rings racist as fuck. Like, think about it. All the good people, white. All the evil people, black. The orcs walk around, black. The good people, white. Really, he broke it down like that prison scene from Malcolm X when he went through the dictionary and showed you all the terms for black that were bad. He was spitting knowledge to me, you know what I mean? He's the one who taught me not only the quadratic formula, but how these fucking white devils operate. Now, the thing is, this is clearly racist. Like, the Kangs of power, just racism in general. But the thing is that I don't know is that I think a majority of these people who are not fans of this they're just weirdos. Like, they don't like it because it's different. And I don't know if that's racist. It's hard to explain. Like, it's not racist. It's just weirdness. Like, it is racist, but that's not their main motivator. Like, what's getting them going is not the KKK rallies, but their own autistic, weird fantasies where they basically are racist, but in a weird-ass roundabout way. Like, they're not Hitler, but they like Hitler's retarded stepchild who don't like black people just because. Like this dude just goes, it bothers me as well. It's not that I don't like seeing black people in Lord of the Rings. It's that I never saw them before. So now when I see them in Lord of the Rings, it's going to break my immersion. It's going to remind me of the real-world identity politics, about the real-world issues, and it's going to make me sad. I don't want to see that. It's pretty crazy that he's worried about that when Lord of the Rings is like the whole series about people fighting in war. Like, do you watch that and go, oh, turn it off. This reminds me of the Second World War. Shut it off. This reminds me of the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Turn it off. Get this shit off the fucking screen. Like, it's so weird. Like, the fascination, the commitment to shit on something so fervently. Like this movie ain't even out yet. You cannot watch this yet. It's just a trailer, and it has 500,000 dislikes. Yo, this is reaching in fucking Call of Duty levels of dislikes. You see that? 2016? Right there? My dislike right there, proud. Fuck that game. But it's reaching levels of fucking salt and just absolute screeching abhorrence that is unheard of. And what's funny is that people have tried to combat this, and I don't think you can combat it because at the end of the day, like things like Lord of the Rings, your fans make or break that. Like, I never watched all of Lord of the Rings. I think I watched the first movie 12 times. the second movie once, and then the third one, I don't know how it ends. I know they win, but I don't know how it ends. These people probably go to the, movie releases of Lord of the Rings. They buy the Lord of the Rings action figures. They buy Lord of the Rings fucking fanfics. Like, they are your bread and butter. And once you lose them, what do you have? Just a weird-ass nerd fucking movie that no one's watching. Now, as you can see, some people tried to combat this. Elijah Wood, the guy from Lost, and whoever the fuck that is, basically came out and was like, yo, listen, don't be racist, guys. Don't be such weirdos. Don't be fucking pieces of shit. Watch the fucking show. Enjoy it. Don't be in fucking genjutsu and get trapped up in it. Now, this is probably not going to work. So much so that Amazon actually got rid of reviews for the show. Completely suspended reviews because they were getting fucking review bombed out of the water. We're talking Nagasaki, Hiroshima levels of review bombing. So much so Amazon was like, fuck it, we're just going to turn off reviews completely. Which is surprising. I'm surprised that this YouTube video actually has some comments, because if you go through here, now if you sort by top, you're going to see a lot of memes, a lot of copy-pasting, but you sort by new, you're going to be seeing a lot of racist. Disney is now Disney. You're going to be seeing a lot of racism, a lot of weird shit. As you can see here, you have some people who, I can't tell if this is racist or just weird, where they say the Black Mermaid was poorly chosen. I will not watch this story. It's just a sad example of the promotion of black actors. It makes me sad. I'll be honest with you, to be honest, if this was just about black promotion and just trying to get black people in the theaters, they should have made the Little Mermaid Idris Elba. If they had fucking Stringer Bell as the mermaid, I'd watch that shit just to see it. But they chose, I don't know, some Zendaya lookalike. I have no idea who that is. But what's crazy is, it's just so weird. It's the weirdest thing seeing people that are so... okay, here we go. All right, here we go. It's sad when they create the same exact version of the original and think for diversity when really it creates racial division. Honestly, this trailer is probably right next to the Civil War in terms of racial division in this country. It's really fucking sad. Disney could have made her Ariel's cousin, and her story could be about wanting to follow Ariel's path because she wants to escape her own struggle. And when Ariel becomes a human and has shoes, she can shine it for her. Why can't they do that? Why can't Disney just make all the black characters be second fiddle? Why do they need to be the main character? This isn't racism. This is just why. Why do they need to be the main focus of the movie when they could just be in the background? Oh my god, dude. Dude, that's the thing. I legitimately do not know if these people just hate black people or if these people hate black people for a different reason other than racism. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. And really, when you think about it, when you get to the level of this, it really just becomes a display of loserdom, where it's I'm not watching Little Mermaid, right? I'm not a 12-year-old fucking girl. I don't give a shit, right? But with that being said, mostly because it's on Disney Plus, I'm not paying for that. But with that being said, who is this affecting? What child is going to watch this who never saw the original Little Mermaid, by the way, because they don't give a shit, and they're going to be like, wait a second, why is that talking fish black? How'd that happen? How's that possible? I don't understand. I can't watch this. It's the weirdest fucking obsession I've seen, where people are just so upset. Now, if it's a little bit of fact mixed into your own racism or your own hate, fair enough, you know what I mean? You see the whole MCU shit people be talking about. I watched She-Hulk. I saw that. After that meeting, I joined the Hustlers University to join the misogyny brigade because I was like, fuck, this is crazy. I can't believe they made fucking Hulk get cucked by fucking She-Hulk. Terrible, terrible decision. And then twerked on his ass, by the way. She did a Victory Royale Fortnite twerk on his ass. But I would have to say, I don't know if this is purely racism. I don't know if this is purely autism. But at the end of the day, this is some weird nerd shit. Some weird fucking operations. And really, when you think about it, if you are above the age of 12, this should be a non-issue, a non-existent issue. You should not care. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people over the age of 18. They have a lot of extra chromosomes, and they got a lot of extra salt after seeing this shit.
At the end of every single video, make sure you ask people to rate and subscribe to your content. It makes them feel like they're involved even though they're really not. And most importantly, make sure they comment on every single video. If you have to, disguise it. Call it something like the question of the day. And really make them think you're gonna really read it when you really don't have to. Ha ha ha!